Hello, hola, bonjour, hey, hey, y'all. Pura vida. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert. Hey, I don't think he's here, but you know what? Hey, Javi. If Javi never comes back again, we'll have to always keep saying this. It's hump day, you guys. It's hump day. It's hump day. Rio's here, but for some reason he's doing this very morose, hanging his head off the stool thing. Say hi, Bobo. There you go. There's a hello from the man. Ingeborg, thank you very much for the super chat. Ingeborg says like and subscribe, also live chat. And Jerry, thank you for the super chat. Jerry, you don't have to do that. Well, neither does Ingeborg. None of you do, really. But hey, Rio, give Merc some extra num-nums for me. Oh, Ella says it's my favorite Merc shirt. Thank you. It feels like a pajamas. It feels like a pajama. A pajama. You know, people say a pajama. It feels like a pajama top is what I was trying to say. It's a whole pajama. It's serving pajama, but I like it. It's cozy. Thank you very much. And I wanted to say, hey, Ella, listen, I know I'm probably overlapping some Eurovision. So you guys feel free to go stream Eurovision. I know it's important. It's important. And you can watch this later. So I get it. It's cool. And I see so many of my amazing mods here today. So, I gotcha. It's fine. Cameron Mamenga. Teresa Renteria was first. We'll never stop saying that. Will we have a movie night tonight? We didn't last night. Some of I noticed our movie nights are getting low attendance lately. So I went, you know what? Frig it. I'm not going to sit here. I can do other shit. So I didn't stream last night. But we can do something tonight for sure. Why not? Why not? What did I want to say? Tonight, though, after the live stream, I think I scheduled it for 7:30. I'll have to check. Might be 7. I think they scheduled for 7 o'clock on TNA2, and one of the mods is going to drop a link to TNA2. If you're not already subscribed, run over there and subscribe, because tonight we're going to do my first ever premiere on TNA2 with our JoJo Siwa Narc Alert. As you know, I've been uploading old non-Amber content to TNA2, and exclusively non-Amber content. We're moving away from Big Al. She was never the original intention anyway. But tonight is the first time I've done a new Narc Alert style video for TNA2. So if, I know I appreciate you guys. You've been watching and rewatching all that old content, and I love you for supporting me like that. We're getting real close to monetization over there. So I'm hoping maybe this video might, push us just a little bit closer. And then we can start hanging out over there a lot more. And that's kind of what we want to do anyway. I can check right now, Jan. Last time I checked, I still needed about 900 watch hours, which is not far. We're close. Let's have a little live check here on it. We've got the 1,000 subscribers a long time ago. It's watch hours. We needed like 4,000 or 3,000 watch hours for monetization, and we're under 1,000 now. Part of the JoJo video, it's kind of fun when you're not monetized, because you can upload stuff and it's not going to get demonetized because it's not monetized. But what they will do is block it. So there's part of the video, I got a yellow flag on it and it was blocked in some territories. And I was like, oh, damn, what? So there's about 2 minutes of it, but it's blocked in Russia. So I was like, that's okay. I don't have that many Russian subscribers. Let me catch up here. Lita, thank you for the super chat. I haven't missed you guys. I see you here. I feel like one day really soon I'm going to open YouTube and it's going to say ALR has died. It's sad and pathetic to see her constantly self-sabotage herself. Yeah, well, we're all going to die eventually, Amber included, probably sooner than she should. But I don't think, I think it's going to be with a whimper, not a bang, that her channel disappears, personally. And Kai, 5 months. Thank you, Kai, for your member chat for 5 months. Now, let me just pop back over here and see where we're at. Yeah, we still need 974 watch hours over there. So that's pretty close. It's pretty close. We're getting there. We're getting there. And that's fine. We'll get there when we get there, when we've earned it. Right? You know, my channel was a phenom. I got monetized in 10 days off of my first video. That doesn't happen. I appreciate that. But gotta tell you, the narc alert is bleeding subscribers. Not bleeding, like 1 or 2 a day, but constantly dropping subs right now. And I get it. I get it. It's okay. Just impetus to do more and better and interesting and push for better things, right? Which is fine. That's where we want to go anyway. So, monitorized. Jerry says monitorized, like King Cobra says. Oh, Valentine's birthday's next week. It feels like a long time ago that we sent you that package. Was that only a year ago, Val, or was that 2 years ago? Add a couple of other notes here. The JoJo Premier, I said that. Kyla on YouTube was having a hard time getting in the Discord. Kyla, if you're still having a hard time, email me at the.narc.alert@gmail.com and I'll send you a special invitation for special people. And we'll get you in there right away. And maybe a Putu has had an eye surgery. I got eye surgery. Good Lord, Putu, I hope you're okay. That sounds scary. It just immediately made me think of Clockwork Orange. I hope it wasn't that bad. Thank you, Ella, for dropping that email. And, you know, I might not get to you immediately, but I'll get to you in the next 24 hours. So that's, and I put one little note here. Where is Crusader? He told us 3 weeks. That was 3 weeks was 2 weeks ago, I think. I think I better start harassing him. Oh, the man has decided to sit up now. Rio, why don't you look this way? What are you looking at over there? There's nothing to look at over there. There's a whole bunch of people here who'd like to see your gorgeous face. Hey, hey. Oh, well, what's your issue, Tissue? Are you mad at me? What did I do? Okay, you were kidding. He was just kidding. Were you just kidding with me? You're such a teaser. He's such a teaser. Oh, just a good boy. So that's all the notes I've got. Nothing very exciting for you today. You're such a silly. Rio goes to the garbage chute with me now. I love that. I've been trying for a long time. I thought if I could get him to, because we go for walks in the hall, but you know, if I can get him to walk to the garbage chute with me, then he can get extra walks. Because he's such a good man. I just love him. I just love him. Snork, the illustrious Mr. Snork is not here because Snork is very busy. Snork is now a business Snork. So they're busy on a business trip doing busy business. It's a business Snork. What can you say? So hopefully Snork will be around soon, but they're busy right now doing business. You got to be in the Discord. We've been carrying on about that. Sorry, I'm just catching up with you here. So, what? What have I got to tell you? Nothing. I didn't get the video finished yesterday. Just some stuff. I'll tell you one little interesting Joan anecdote, and then we'll just get right into reacting to this new video. And if we go fast, maybe we can do the one before because we didn't look at it. I'm sure they're both scintillating. Anyway, they called me. The home is amazing. Like, the home is amazing. Did I say it's amazing? It's amazing. This place, they call me all the time. They called me the other day to say they noticed a bruise on her leg. Like, they call me for everything, which is great. They called me the other night and they said they've caught her wandering, and they caught her on the elevator. She thinks that I live in that building with her, and I live weird how the mind works, right? Because she lived here and I was 2 floors away, so she thinks that I live there, but I'm on another floor. So she was going to try and find me, I guess. But they can't have them doing that. So they called me to ask my permission to put a bracelet on her. This bracelet, how cool is this thing? It's an anti-wander bracelet. And what happens is when they get on the elevator doors lock and they will not close unless there's a staff member there to punch in a code. So, dementia, they probably get on there, the doors won't close, they just get frustrated because the elevator's broken and they go back to their room. It's brilliant. It's this great this passive way of getting them keeping them contained without making them feel like they're locked in somewhere, right? I think it's so cool. I saw a video, excuse me, itchy nose. I saw a video on the internet once about a place, it was either in Wales or Scotland, maybe Ireland, somewhere over there, with a care home that had a bus stop that the city built that looked exactly like a regular bus stop. But it's not on any route. No bus will ever stop there. But they put it in front of the care home in case people go for a wander. They often will stop to get on the bus. So they stop and they sit at that bus stop. And number one, the staff can see them if they're waiting at the bus stop. And number two, the bus never comes. So they just end up getting bored and going back in. It's just, I love it. It's so brilliant. Alex says, as an engineer, I love this system. I want to study it. It's interesting, isn't it? I thought, what a great way. Like locked doors and barricades would make you feel a certain way, right? This just makes you feel like, damn, elevator's broken. And coming from this building, she's used to that. You have 2 elevators, and one of them, literally, I'm not exaggerating, probably for 3.5 years, one or the other was broken. For like 3.5 years. It's been about a year. The bus that never comes, Celia says, sounds like my life. Vanessa says, we have some of those bus stops in Germany too at some care homes. Isn't it clever? I love those ingenious solutions to things. Like over at the corner at Yonge and Dundas, it's like a big corner. There's a square there. It's like our micro Times Square, I guess. Yeah, not really, but it's probably the most famous corner in Toronto right now. But they ingeniously built a safe injection site right on the fringe of the public square. I don't know why they put it there. I'm all for safe injection sites, but not in the middle of the tourist zone. So there's a lot of elements that hang around that area, and there's a big mall there, and they were having a hard time with people literally setting up a tent and living in front of the mall. This stuff that. So what they did is they play really loud classical or jazz music, really loud, so you wouldn't want to hang out there. But it's cool. I like those kind of passive solutions to things. I remember a 7-Eleven here too doing it, playing blasting classical music in their parking lot because they were having a bunch of kids hanging out there causing trouble. Interesting. Oh, Jerry, you had blackberries? I want blackberries. I was thinking about them earlier. I've been eating like a pint a day. I'm heavily into the blackberries right now. And I also got some Muscat grapes. So I'm very fruitful with fruit. Ludi saw that in a documentary, a care home that was built like a mini village. There's some really good ones. Japan does. I think it's a 60 minutes. Might be 60 Minutes Australia. About a whole village, and even the stores are run by people that have dementia and Alzheimer's, everybody that works and lives in that. It's cool, they all understand each other. Vanessa has strawberries that are made into ice cream, but technically they're just really cold strawberries. You haven't thought about 60 Minutes in a minute? You know what? 60 Minutes Australia is the better show, in my opinion. It's the better show. Australian television is great. There's a lot of Australian TV I like. I'm sure we've talked about that before. You know who's not Australian? Amberlynn Reid. Does the government cover Joan's stay? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're paying about, honestly, I'm not disclosing anything private because it's on the internet. And anything that's on the internet on a public website, you can publicly share without fear of reprisal because it's an internet website. So there's a government website that fees are stated for care homes. So private rooms are like $2,900 a month. And then there's semi-private, which is I think 24, and then there's basic, which is I think 1,900 a month. So she's in a private room because, fancy. She likes to be fancy. Oh, Putu, I've heard about that dementia restaurant. The staff all have dementia, so they can't guarantee you'll get your order right, but all the profits go to the home. I love that. That's cool. Yeah, I doxed the government. I did. I just can't stop myself. Continuing to talk about public websites publicly. I know, I'm out of control. I doxed Canada. Jan, toured one in Victoria for your aunt, 11,000. Yeah, that's private. These are government homes, which have incredibly long waiting lists. But, we got lucky because Joan was put on the crisis list, and then she was given a 5 out of 5 rating for the crisis list, and then she ended up in the hospital. And if it wasn't for those 3 things, she would still be living in that apartment down there calling me 30 times a day. So, yeah, I got real lucky. Oh, do Putu. I'll try and get my post office box open soon. I keep saying that. She got the crisis high score. Woohoo! Joan was the best in all of the crises. I've doxed the earth, Jerry said. Okay, speaking of doxing, let's go. I haven't watched this yet. And, I know some reactors put some kind of great... I find it interesting that they put some kind of great value on going in cold. It's like, are you kidding me? She's not going to do anything. What do you need to be excited and surprised about? A grocery haul? It's not that exciting that you really need to, save it. Venom says, I ate a tub of blackberries last night, but I also mixed 1 block of cream cheese and 1 jar of marshmallow fluff together and dipped the berries in that. That's good. Hey. Stupid. Hey, there's this thing that we used to make in one catering company, and we called it Russian cream. I don't know why. It's just the name. And I'm telling you guys, it's the easiest thing in the world, but it's the best friggin' thing on berries ever. You're going to thank me for this. Half sour cream and half yogurt with a little bit of sugar. And if you want to get fancy, a little bit of liqueur like Grand Marnier or cream de mint. That one was for Val. Or not. You can just put some vanilla. Oh, so good. Half sour cream and half yogurt, a little bit of sugar. Oh my God. Now I want that. You bought honey vanilla Greek yogurt. I don't like vanilla Greek yogurt, and I'm pissed off because last time I bought some, I guess I didn't look at the package close enough, and I got the vanilla instead of the coconut. So now I have 2 vanilla yogurts in there, and they're okay, but I'm offended by vanilla yogurt. I don't know why. I would rather have plain. I usually buy plain, sometimes coconut, but don't put that friggin' vanilla in there. Oh, Celia says, buckle up. Thank you for the super chat, Celia. Celia, I hope you're having fun in your new place. Celia moved a couple of months ago. Like, big-ass move. Like, big, badass boss bitch move with her cat in the car across the country. I hope you're still loving it. I know you were really happy with it, so that's good. Okay, everybody's saying buckle up, so let's buckle in. Let's strap in now. Talked enough about food. You guys are going to make me hungry, and I'm not allowed to eat because people get mad at me. Hey, Jess, how you doing? Oh, chambroise, or yeah. Or you know what else is in the Russian cream? Framboise is nice. Or cassis. Oh, my pastry chef days. All right, let's get the big girl up to the big screen. Look at the real cam, but he moved because, you know, he's an asshole. But look at the view. It was so cute. He was sitting on his little pedestal in the sky and the little Costa Rica. It was so adorable, but no, he had to move, and now he's sitting here where you can't really see him. I guess I could move the camera and put it right in his face. And because, you know, we got to strap in for this, right? What now? Are you ready? Okay, I know you sound very sad, but, you know, we have to do it, Bobo. We have to do it. Strap in, they said. Are you strapped in, Rio? Because we're going to go. We're going. All right, little boy. Look at you. You're so adorable. It's ridiculous. Let's go and watch Amberlynn. Enough of Rio, unfortunately, for now. We'll get back to him. Oh, yeah, the outhouse shirt. Well, that's unusual. She never wears that.
To a new vlog. So this vlog is going to be like a normal vlog, but I'm also going to add in here what I ate.
Hang on, let me... Oh, it's a normal vlog. Oh, we're going to do tippy tapping now. Are we, Rio? Let me just drop this resolution down a bit so we don't have any problems. Make sure her volume is up. All right, let's go.
Today, so this is a completely off-track day because starting tomorrow, I'm getting back on track, and I will show you guys what that looks like more so because it's going to be like a little bit of a series. We'll see how it goes.
A series.
But I figured I would show you guys like how I'm eating when I literally am not thinking about my weight.
Okay, you know what I hate? I feel bad being a little hard on her right now because I think I'm up, honestly, 3 to 5 pounds, which I know it doesn't sound like much, but for me, that's too much. Because I've been, the last 6 weeks with all the crap going on, I haven't been doing my low carb stuff, and it's starting to catch up on me. I got to get serious again. I said I was going to get serious on June 1st, but I think that's too far away. So I think May 15th, I'll give myself 1 more week.
Whatsoever.
But it's not about me. This is about Amber.
Like at all. I thought it would be more authentic to do that instead of just like jumping into a weight loss series because I do want you guys to see like
you don't want to
how it looks truly off track for me. So we're going to...
What the frig is she talking about? She doesn't want to jump into the weight loss things because she wants to show us what it really looks like for her to be off track. Amber, you've done this video 7,000 times. Yes, Kyrio is licking my hand. He likes to do that. He's a kissy boy.
Have that, and we're also going to have just like a regular vlog.
Truly off track.
So let's get into it. All right, so I ordered food. So here is my first meal. So I got Five Guys, actually.
Oh, I like Five
Guys.
Guys.
I got their regular size Cajun fry, which
anybody who has ordered Five Guys knows, you can hold that cup up. We know there's at least that amount of fries in the bag. That's what they do there. They put the cup in and then they put the whole scoop and pour it in there. They give you twice as many fries as what's in this cup. Don't try and fool me with that Five Guys nonsense. I'm all over Five Guys.
I never finished the fries. I never finished the burger either, which I'll definitely show you guys that. So for the cheeseburger,
that's not a little burger.
Mayo, jalapeno.
I have only ever gotten the little burger and the little fries, and it's like 10 times more fries than I would ever eat.
Onion, so that's everything that's on there.
She got the big boy burger.
It's so good. Yeah, and then for the drink, I just got a Diet Coke. So when my Uber delivered the food, I was expecting a guy, and it was actually my original Uber driver's wife. It's because he broke his leg. Oh my God.
Her new friends are the Uber drivers, you guys. She knows about the Uber driver, who they're married to, and their medical problems. She orders Uber so much, she knows the fucking Uber drivers. Are you kidding me? You don't live in a tiny, tiny town. I'm sure there's more than 4 Uber drivers. Wow.
I was like, oh my God. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a 30% tipper when it's on Uber. Like, I just have that automatically set. Yeah, but for some reason, that made me feel really bad, so I tipped a little extra. All right, so I'm gonna eat this.
Otherwise, she
I'm
told you
probably gonna
that.
watch like Grey's Anatomy or something, and then I'll show you guys what I don't finish, because every time I get Five Guys, I never finish my food. Y'all, I tell you, they give you so many fries. I always just empty them in the bag, but that is all the fries I have left. Like, it's just so wasteful.
Why do you empty them in the bag? They put them there's something this ain't working out. There's something weird about the fry situation. I don't know what it is.
But it's a lot, and I'm over it.
Why
And
do you
then
dump them in
here's
the
how
bag?
much of the burger that I've left. So I'm finished with this.
No,
Okay, you guys.
personally, I don't really care if she eats the food, doesn't eat the food, how much of the food she eats. I don't care. We know you lie anyway, so it's all kind of just who cares, right? But really, do you not, Amber, think that people are going to say you just stop and took a picture of that burger before you were finished it and then finished it off the camera? So what's the point in doing that? It's so stupid. Now we have to move the camera because the man... Oh, I could just move the Rio cam. Let's see what she has to say.
So I'm actually going to my grandma's today. I think we're going to play some cards. So I'm getting ready for that. So I have everything that I need. Say hello to me from the back. Do my typical checks around the apartment. If you know, then you know. Versace, which is my all-time favorite. It is the bright crystal.
Oh, yeah. Go pour on the perfume to go to Nana's to play cards. Let me just move the Rio cam for you. Here, I'll put it on the screen so that you can see. Oh, well, you can't because he went into his normal position. What a dink. There. I'll make him angry, but I'll make you happy, so that's fine. He's like, I would really rather not watch Amber. Thank you, Merc. All right. I'll settle down, I promise.
Yeah, something about this perfume. Chef's kiss. It's also grocery shopping day, so this is how I get my groceries back into my apartment. I actually am buying off of Amazon a specific like grocery.
Wait, what? What now? What? I'm sorry, what now? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, bless her heart, at least she's getting some use out of that suitcase. You know, she's not going to get any other use out of that suitcase. Come on, it's ridiculous.
Cart for people who live in apartments because I'm tired of using my suitcase.
Super chat from Marigold that I missed. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ella. Thank God for the mods, or I'd be a mess. Marigold telling us about his broken leg. HIPAA violation. Thank you, Marigold, for the super chat. Can I find you if I scroll up? Here you go. I'll put you up there. Telling him about... Well, she's practically doxing the man.
Hi. I know. Otherwise, it takes. $2.50. Here, put coffee.
Hi, little face. Such a cute face.
No, Mom, turn it around.
Oh.
No. The red has to be on top. Is the red on top?
Upside down?
Your camera doesn't switch
it has to be
around?
on
Mine
top.
does.
Okay, it's recording.
Oh, like that.
Good. Mom.
Why are we watching this? What is this? Oh. There we go.
I just want to get like a...
Bitch, sit on the toilet and edit that out. Nobody needs to see that. Get in the toilet and do some editing now.
I
like
need
B-roll,
one card.
so I'm not gonna like say
No, I
anything.
don't. I didn't think I did.
Oh,
I did.
I thought you knew how to shuffle, Amber.
I'm editing that out. I
You
do.
Oh, you can't show that you have some type of character flaw that you can shuffle perfect.
No, my character flaw is my fat. Okay.
Does her mom think that her videos present her as a perfect person? Mama Lynn calling you out. So Mama Lynn must be seeing her reshoot things when she doesn't do them perfectly. My head is hurting now because think of all the things that we've seen her do. And her mom thinks that she's editing stuff to make her look good? I'm confusion.
Who's winning?
Amberlynn is.
AMBERLYNN!
So, what's going on here?
All right, you guys. So I just went.
She's was she just editing out Mama talking there? Was Mama gonna maybe throw a little shade about the Coke?
Grocery shopping.
Rio went right back under his.
I'm probably not going to do a haul, but if you guys want to look, all of like the really healthy stuff is down below. I
bet
promise.
it is.
I got a lot of produce in
Bag
there.
of broccoli.
I'm not lying, I promise. Okay, so I'm about to open my suitcase. It is so freaking heavy,
This is
but it's full of
the
groceries.
stupidest thing I've ever
And
seen.
then I'll just lay it down. I promise you, this just makes life so much easier.
Oh my god.
And then when I'm done,
Can't you just get a shopping cart? What the hell is wrong with you? You know, there's people, they make those old lady shopping carts that nobody wants to use because they're old lady shopping carts, but they're friggin' really handy. I've got like 2 of them, Amber. I use them all the time. I use it for laundry, unlike you who uses your suitcase for laundry. I use my suitcase for traveling, but I guess to be fair,
I'm putting away my groceries. Rarital Gray thinks that this is her new home. So that card game you saw me playing at my grandma's house is called Crazy Bee. And that game has been in the family for, I can't even tell you how long. And every single time I tell someone about that game, they're like, what? I've never heard of it. It's very similar to Phase 10. Like, it's so crazy to be sitting there with my grandma, my mom, we play that game. And I just go back and I think to when I was 18 and we were all sitting there playing that game together. And now I'm 33 and we're doing it. Like the way that we all have changed and have grown into like better people and we all have such good relationships together. Like, I love it. It's a beautiful thing. My mom's boyfriend was also there. So out of the 4 of us, my grandma won. Me and my
Crazy Bee, do you think that's just a... Who cares? It's Crazy Eights. It's a childhood... What is this word salad about a friggin' childhood card game? Is this why she bought those cards for herself so she could practice shuffling so she could impress them when she went? Like, why? I couldn't help but think, why wouldn't you just play solitaire online? Like, I think it was pretty much the first game ever put on a PC. I think it probably still comes installed with Windows. But she went and, like, bought cards to play? I don't know. Yeah, the boyfriend is still around. Can you imagine?
and grandma were neck and neck for the win, but she got it. So I'm about to have 2 of these Uncrustables.
You're gonna have 2.
Peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. They're so good. And a Sunkissed
Wait
orange
now.
0 sugar.
Wait now. Is that a pre-made peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the crust cut off? Are you kidding me with this? Like, even, okay, Jerry says for a kid's lunchbox. Clearly for a kid's lunchbox. But even at that, can you not make your own goddamn sandwich and cut the crust off? Oh, you want a little pattern? Use a cookie cutter. Use a big round cutter on the bread. Oh, they're frozen. Yeah, but aren't most kids not even allowed to bring peanut butter to school? Why would they be making these? I don't have kids. I don't know anything about kids or schools, but I always hear that you can't even bring a peanut butter sandwich to school any day because of all the nut allergies, which is weird because I don't know why everybody has nut allergies now. Yeah, okay, it's frozen. So you know what? You could still pre-make them and freeze them on your own. It's disgusting. Why would you pre-make and freeze a sandwich? It takes 2 minutes to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's the laziest thing. Why don't you pull out your pre-boiled eggs too, Amber? Good Lord, she's lazy. You don't do anything all day.
Okay, you guys. So it is time for my next meal. I got Taco Bell. I got an order of their...
Marigold, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. That makes perfect sense. Marigold says, Most schools are nut free in Ontario. These are for Stoner University students, and that makes sense. That makes sense. Like those pizza pocket things, which are, I don't think I've ever eaten one of those. That seems like one of the most revolting things ever, but you know, you do you.
Cinnamon twists. My hair is all up in it. Cinnamon twists. I actually have not had these since I was probably like a teenager.
What
from
is
what
she
I can
eating
remember.
now? What?
So let's try one.
What is the 500-pound girl eating now? What? Okay, I got that.
Sunkissed orange, 0 sugar. Okay, you guys. So it is time for my next meal. I got Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell.
I got an order of their cinnamon twists. My hair is all up in it. Cinnamon twists. I actually have not had these since I was probably like a teenager, from what I can remember.
Go
so
girl,
let's try
sorry.
one. It literally, the texture reminds me of freeze-dried candy. I got one taco. It is just the nacho taco one. I don't know. It's the nacho cheese taco shell, which is what I prefer. And then I got a black bean burrito with, I think I asked for like French fries and onion on the inside. I took a bite of my food and I forgot. I'm also drinking some water.
I'm sorry. French fry burrito? What is that now? I'm a little scared now, United States of Taco Bell. I'm not United States. There's one right here too. Is there? We have them, and I think it closed down, but there, we have them. I like I favor the Latin American culture. I quite like foods from Mexico and South and Central America. Personally, in my travels, I've never run into a French fry burrito. This is a new thing for me. Is she going to have it with a side of macaroni and cheese?
So I don't usually get drinks when I order from Uber. I mean, I have before. It has happened, but it's not really something I do.
I know there's a lot of you guys. I can't diss Taco Bell too hard because I know there's a lot of you who are ride or die for the Bell. Some of my trusted inner circle would beat me for the Bell bashing. But as a chef, I'm sorry. That's not real food. That meat puree shit in the I wouldn't feed that to my cat. So if you want to beef with me about the Bell, bring it on. We can beef about the Bell. You're allowed to like Taco Bell all you want. I don't care, but I'm not eating that.
So it gives me the creeps a little bit. All right, you guys. So I am getting ready to go to bed. I'm done eating for the night. And if I have anything to drink, it'll be out of this water bottle here.
Why don't you just use
I kind of enjoyed.
Why didn't she just use a human-sized container to drink water? Does she think that's convincing us that she's drinking a lot of water? Here, well, I'm just going to take my water bottle to bed tonight. Just, what the fuck, girl? Just bring a glass. You can fill the water bottle out of the...
Reading off some questions that you guys left in my comment section in my last video. So I want to do that again for you guys at the end of this one. It was actually Life Plus Cindy who I saw do this. I love her videos.
Of course, you wouldn't
personally.
have an original idea.
So I don't know, something super like...
Amber, you wouldn't know an original idea if you tripped over it on the way to the fridge. Let's be real.
Comforting about them. I relate to her in so many different ways. But anyways, I saw her do this at the end of her vlogs. I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna steal that from her. And I was just afraid to like say her name in my last video.
Tag me for what, Val? What are you guys doing in here? What are you up to over here? Did I miss something? She saw. She always saw. She saw things. She saw both of them. Both of them.
I don't want people to go hate on her. That's just what people do, and I hate it. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions.
Okay.
So what I do is I go to my YouTube studio, I go to the comments, and then I go to just contains questions. So anything with a question mark gets put in here. First question is, how much Delta 8 you doing over there? They actually said girly pop. How much Delta 8 you doing over there, with like a laughing cry emoji?
She doesn't just do Delta 8. She keeps saying she's only doing Delta 8 because she doesn't want to take any heat, but the vapes that she showed us were THC. So Amber, just own it. Just own it. You like a little 420. You're a fan of the maple syrup, Amber. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Quite quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, quite a bit.
Last week I stopped vaping Delta 8 for like 6 days. And I was like, you know, this girly pop kind of misses it. So I started doing it again.
Girl, you're a stoner. It's all right. It's okay. It's not a bad club. Alyssa Lee, thank you for the member chat. Alyssa says, remember her years ago for only using plastic. I'm not sure what you mean, Alyssa. You mean the water bottles? And so many water bottles? I know. Instead of a glass, that's probably what you mean. Molly, good point. Five Guys, followed by Snack with Mama and Granny, followed by Uncrustables and Taco Bell. Yeah, and is she showing us everything she ordered? We don't know. We don't know.
The purchasing of an excessive amount of journals is trolling, right? Like, what the hell, LOL? No, it's not trolling. I just really like writing. I like pen to paper, very old school like that. What's the point of playing bingo if you don't keep up with the numbers being called? I do. What? Okay, so the last question is, Amber, there are whole ass compilations of you talking about your childhood and bashing your parents. What are you talking about? You have blamed them for your problems for years. Does she think we'll forget? I actually talked to my mom about this today.
Interesting.
Because a lot of people have been like, you've been bashing your parents. And I'm like, no, I haven't. And then I started feeling like,
my point was, she certainly has bashed her parents, and she's got every damn right to. Just like you do to yours and I do to mine. It's our parents, our life. And you're allowed to change your mind about that too. So, but I'm interested.
oh my gosh, have I? And that's not something I ever want to come across as doing, like ever. And my mom has seen a lot of my videos, a fair share of them. And she says that everything I've ever said has just been me sharing my story and how I viewed it. I think it's crazy that like when people open up about their past, people automatically assume that it's bashing. No.
Hi, Paige. I saw you come in earlier. I didn't say hi. You only hate when people hate on someone you like. Be for real. It's true. And Cameron says, but she doesn't say that, Merc. She's defensive. All right. Of course she is.
I'm literally just sharing who I am and why I am the way I am. I think a really good example of that is like my 600-pound life. They always have that scene right in the beginning of it where the person who's on the show is talking about their past and like what they went through.
I skip that part. I find that the most boring part, honestly. I don't watch 600-Pound Life on the reg anymore because I find it boring. It's just really the same show over and over again with a different lead character for me. It's also not my personal struggle, so I don't relate with them the way some people might. So that is also lost for me. But I do find when I do watch it, I skip that the whole life history part because honestly, it's the same. Okay, you were big when you were young. You got bullied. Something tragic happened. Ta-da! Now you have a hard time being an adult, which is fair. But she always has.
As a child, and sometimes they go into a lot of detail. Does that mean you're bashing? No, you're literally just sharing your story.
But that's not you. You were not one of the people in 600-Pound Life telling the life history story. That's not at all how you've ever presented it. And you've never been on that show, so I'm unsure why you have to reference that. Why don't you just own it, Amber? For once in your goddamn life, you know that people would respect you if you said, you know what? I did bash them. I had every right to bash them, and now I'm not bashing them anymore. Next. Try that. Instead of justify, and I'm just like this TV show. No, you're not. Just stop with that bullshit. It's ridiculous. And that's about it for now.
I'm going to go, though. I hope you guys
enjoyed this video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, we know. So that's Amber's latest. That's late. Mitch Lee finally catching Merc live. Hey, Mitch. We've been waiting for you. So what are the comments? You guys said the comments were a little cray-cray. Just same old stuff. Just the same old stuff. Someone says, now all of a sudden ordering drinks from Uber gives you the creeps when you would literally Uber only drinks from McDonald's, Starbucks, Dunkin'. Oh, I missed that. Someone else said she's deleting comments. Yeah, but she only does that for a couple of hours. She gets bored. She doesn't keep it up for very long. Yeah, Rachel, you didn't miss anything, really. Jasmine says, me thinks she saw the app facts video and is salty about it. Should we watch? Is it short? If it's not too long, maybe we could watch the app facts video. Because we could also watch her vlog from before that. But really, it's so friggin' boring. I don't even know if it's worth watching, to be honest. It's that boring. Like, there's literally nothing in it. It's boring. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's 28 minutes. That's a little long. That's a little long. That's a little long. AMBERLYNN. Sorry, I'm just scrolling here to see if there's anything other than that one's 28. It's kind of long. I guess we could just skip some of it, right? Oh, tornado coverage. Jess has to go. There's tornadoes. She got to watch them. Someone's got to watch them, Jess. We need you to watch them. Look at you, Rioception now. Let's watch the app facts. We'll watch a bit of it. I'll just jump in the middle somewhere. How's that? Is that fair? Doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to go. It's 28. We're going to go exactly to the halfway mark. Let's watch Spice Girls live in concert. Yeah, that wouldn't get me demonetized in 42 seconds at all, would it? Remember the BTS incident at New Year's Eve? 5 seconds of BTS got me demonetized. 5 seconds. I know it's not the boys. They're lovely. It's the management company. Don't get mad at me. BTS Army. All right, this is... Let's watch Eurovision. You'll get claimed, but we'll have fun. Ella, that's not nice. I had a really bad month last month. Joan's killing me the last 2 months. We really need to get that second channel monetized. I'm going to be an RL streamer from a box on the street soon. All right, I'm going to go halfway through here. Okay. And we'll take that camera off and we'll put her back up here. Hello, mister. What? You are adorable. You know that? He's not spoiled at all. Let's watch TNA 2. I'd live stream the premiere, but then I would miss... I need the hours over on TNA 2. So I don't want to stream any of TNA 2 here. Go over there and watch it. We're going to go halfway through AMBERLYNN Reid using her parents for content for 10 years straight. And we'd like to thank the good people at Apathetic Facts for their continued hard work, despite how boring the Amberverse is. So let's just see. Here, we'll go to the beginning of the scene, so it makes sense. There's a nice face to start on. All right, let's go.
Me, feel bad for me.
When did you get your nose piercing? What made you get it? I love it. Thank you. I actually got it when I was 12. I was probably 11. No. I probably just turned 12. I want a nose ring. I want it so bad. It was like a thought that just came into my head. I literally couldn't stop thinking it, couldn't stop speaking on it. And during the time I was living with my parents, because I was in foster care, I was living with them for like a trial to see if they were fit parents. My dad surprised me and he took me and he was like, shh, don't tell your mom. And I went and got my nose pierced. And a few of my guy friends actually came with us and it was a fun time. Aaron Carter died, who is a person.
That's not her bashing her parents.
That I truly liked, because when I was a little girl, when his first single came out, I actually was living with my parents. And you guys know I had a very bad childhood. So I turned to, like, as my parents were in.
Sorry, I have to stop for this one. Jaws. That's amazing. Jaws just said, you know, for the lack of progress Amber's made in her weight loss journey, made me change my habits because I saw me making the same excuses as her. 172 pounds are now gone in 3 years. Holy crap, Jaws. That's friggin' amazing. That's a merc. That's a more than a merc. So she just doesn't understand that she is an influencer. I mean, I've heard that before from other people, but 172 pounds in 3 years, that's amazing, Jaws. That is frigging amazing. That's an accomplishment. Holy crap. Like, I lost 20 and that was hard. Good for you. Good for you.
Another room doing, or my dad was seeing my mom or whatever, like I would turn to certain things. So I kind of wanted to talk about something. My views are getting lower. I used to be money hungry, and I think a big part of it, I didn't have money growing up at all. When I lived with my parents, poor. And when we did have money, they spent it on drugs. And that's just kind of, you know, reality for that. And I never had anything. You know, I had one pair of pants. I had a sweater I wore every day. And then when I was in foster homes, obviously I didn't have anything. Those foster homes.
Cameron, thank you. Cameron says, I guess, you know, I was wondering about that. Cameron says this is about her using her parents for views, not necessarily bashing. And yeah, well, that would be right there in the title. If I wasn't such a maple syrup fan, I might have noticed that. It says AMBERLYNN Reid using her parents for content for 10 years straight. You're right. Because I was thinking, you know, she's not bashing. Yes, Wilma? I'm right here. Did I click on the wrong video?
My bowels had a sweet release.
No, not really. I didn't click on the wrong video. She's so boring. I don't even want to watch any other Amber boring. It's just about her being skeezy. Yeah. That's boring, right? Ella's talking about Eurovision. I just took that off the screen because I'm going to see if there's something else. Maybe there's something else quick we can watch before we go. Oh, thank you, Ella, coming through like she always does. I've got the best mod team in the business. Oh, by the way, I'll talk more about perfect. Thank you. It's just one instance. That's okay. I don't want to be here too long because we have a premiere on the other channel coming up. Work was busy today. Speaking of busy, Ella has just sent me a link. By the way, yes, the JoJo premiere on TNA 2 is coming up at, I believe, 7 o'clock. Maybe I should look. Maybe I should hype it up a little bit more. I'm not very good at self-promotion. Premieres in 36 minutes. Here's the link. I know, Ella beat me to it, of course. But there it is as well. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe, please. And watch this. Oh, Cameron's already here. Look at you guys already sitting in there. I love you guys. But what I wanted to mention, I'm going to show this quickly. I asked one of my, I got a little inner circle with the mods and a couple of others, not many, and I asked somebody if they would help me do thumbnails, and I can't pay anybody yet, so it's cool if you can't, but they have time on their hands and they like doing graphics. So Alyssa made this thumbnail for me. Isn't it good? I loved it. So I said, that's perfect. We don't have to change a damn thing. Sounds of Meows says, where do I get an application to be a mod? You'll ban everybody. Yeah, that's why we don't just take applications for mods. My mods, I'll tell you, most of my mods have been with me for a year or two at least. And do we have mods on TNA too? I don't think so, because I've never done a premiere there, Jan. Oh, well, maybe we'll do some modding. Maybe we'll have to do some modding up in the premiere tonight on TNA too. I've picked my mods. Generally, they were people that have been very active in the community, that were great supporters, that have just been around for a long time, and I felt a bit of a sense of trust with. I don't pick mods because they say my hair is cute, or, if I want to be a mod isn't going to get you to be a mod. Unfortunately, it's kind of like that. And I know that's not like fair, but that's how it is I got to be able to trust people. And that doesn't happen in a couple of weeks. So most of my mods have been people that I kind of had a bit of a relationship with for a long time before. Cameron, thank you, because I'm struggling with my hair today. I washed it. And usually day one, like Amber, day one, my hair sucks. So I didn't even do anything. I literally just washed it and blew it dry. I was like, I can't with this woman. Hey, I made some, yeah, Ella was around for over a year before I asked her. Maybe get some purple under highlights. You never know what I'll do. You'll never know what I'll do. Yeah, no, you can't. It's a crazy place. And YouTube's a crazy, and the longer I'm here, the crazier it seems to get. So that trust is really important, And I know that those are not the only people here that I can trust, but those are the ones I have for now, and I don't need anybody else right now. Jan, member chat for 22 months. Jan on the Lamb has been around for this long, at least. Cameron says I can't trust him. Okay, thanks, Cameron. I'll make a note of that. It says Cameron Manga was first. I'll put not to be trusted. Okay, Ella sent me a link that we'll watch, and it's just a shorty like me. And then we'll call it a day. Why is this thing freezing? And hopefully I'll see you over at TNA 2 at 7 p.m. for the premiere, and then we'll watch some kind of movie in the Discord. Jasmine says, I love the way Rio watches your every move. I know, he's truly obsessed with me. Aren't you? I know, I love. And I'm obsessed with him too, so it works out very nicely for us. Right, the bull? Right, the bull? Okay, fine, ignore me. Fine, ignore me then. This is by, I don't know this channel, Busy Little Bee. I think we've watched them before, though. I hate to say I don't know them. I think we've watched Busy Little Bee before, so I'd like to thank them for letting us use their content to react to. I'm sure it's excellent. And we'll drop a link in the description of the video after, for sure. Thank you, Ella. And there's a link right there for Busy. Hey, you know what I can do? Hey, look what I can do. Look what I can do. Copy link address. I'm going to make a banner for this. Create a banner. So if you want to go, there, you can check them out there. We like to give props where props are due.
We hope you're well. Oh, sorry, in caps.
Busy little bee.
Busy.
Hush.
Hey everybody, it's Busy Little Bee. Welcome back to my channel. AMBERLYNN put out this vlog yesterday and she said this.
And a lot of people are also saying, like, you know, you have spent 10 years on YouTube bashing your family. I have never, ever bashed my parents.
Because we have over 10 years worth of footage of AMBERLYNN
Yeah, bashing for sure.
talking about herself and her family and her childhood. Let's see if she bashed her parents.
I remember as a younger girl, I did have a very, very hard childhood. My parents were drug addicts. They abused each other, neglected each other. But when I was 8 years old, my mom said that she was pregnant with her third child. I already had a brother, and he's younger, so I'm the older child, and I was really happy. I was thrilled, actually.
Yeah, the quiet voice era,
I
right?
knew she was doing drugs.
The quiet voice era. Again, I don't know if this. Well, we'll have to listen because again, this just sounds like her telling her story, not bashing.
With him, any 8-year-old wouldn't have a clue, but I had to grow up. I had to, in a way, be my own parent. I was a 9-year-old, and I was taking on the role of being a mother. I still remember one time in particular when
Is this the shower
my parents
story?
were on so many drugs that they were like passed out. My baby brother was crying.
Oh, this story.
His face was purple. He was
I
screaming.
had to skip
crying.
some. We've heard it a million times, right?
To put it shortly, I had to save his life, and I did. And
Yeah, you know what? I'm having a hard time with this because I honestly, God, I hate having to be fair to her all the fucking time. I don't feel like this is bashing. I feel like she might have lied about some of her history. We'll never know. Only she knows if she's telling the truth or not. We'll never know. Feels like maybe she could be lying about some of her history, but I don't know if it's bashing. It feels more like lying and exaggerating for sympathy and pity. Sorry. She, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I too
then
freaking
I
fair?
realized that
I think she lies.
I don't think my parents will ever change. But as I got older, I started realizing more so that my parents weren't like normal parents. Their location
Okay, fair
of
enough.
using drugs.
Jamie Carpenter says, I consider lying bashing. Then that's fair. Okay. Am I being too fair? Like, to me, bashing is really insulting someone's character. Simply talking about them being a drug addict when they were a drug addict. I mean, I'm not saying she's been, oh, they're going to come for me now. I'm not saying she's been fair to them. I think she's a lying sack of shit, and I don't think she should have been saying any of this about them at all. So maybe that is bashing. Simply the fact that, again, but it's her story. She's allowed to tell it, but I think she doesn't tell it with the kind of discretion that people would prefer to hear. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like lying about SA, if that was a lie, I guess that's, I don't know. I guess I'm just stupidly stuck on the definition of the word bashing. To me, it feels less. I did oil my chair and it's squeaking again. I think it's just I have a problem with the word bashing. And so I guess it is bashing. KM says, I don't think she's... To me, bashing feels... I don't know. It's just a word, and I'm having a hard time with it. She's definitely talked shit about her parents. I'll say it like that. To me, that... She's talked shit about her parents. She's revealed personal information about them that she probably shouldn't have. Excuse me. And I think she's lied about them a lot over the years. So yeah, I guess that's bashing. Heckham says, Merc, you don't think she lies. We know she lies. You're right. And she's admitted to it. She's talked really bad about her parents and negative in a way that's really bad. Sounds of meows. You know what? That's true. And that sounds like bashing. So you know what? I guess it's right. I guess it's right. I guess it's just a little more subtle. To me, bashing is more overt. That's what I'm trying to say. And talking shit is bashing. Oh, Alex coming in. Beautiful. Alex, thank you so much. That's what I love. Alex says, Cambridge Dictionary says that bashing is a strong criticism of a particular type of people. Then she's bashing her parents. By the Cambridge Dictionary definition, I'd say that's bashing, right? Okay. Thank you, Alex.
So every time I'd go in there, I knew
All right.
that when they came out, they'd be a different person.
Before I get 7,000 comments, let me say I stand corrected. I was wrong. This is bashing. AMBERLYNN is bashing her parents. I was wrong. My opinion originally was incorrect. I've been enlightened and I have changed my opinion. She is bashing her parents. Okay? We'll save it.
It wasn't a good way to live, but I feel like it did make me stronger in a way. I went through a lot. I knew my parents were never going to change, and I wanted them to so bad, but they just weren't. Their drug addiction went to a whole new level.
Somebody said. Cameron says, why are you getting caught up in semantics? Own up to what you did. Yeah, I can on here and didn't talk nicely about my parents. Yeah, exactly.
I actually lived in a trailer. That's mainly what I lived. Whenever I lived with my parents, that's where I lived.
Thanks, Alex.
It was the smallest trailer ever. And I never saw my dad, even though we were under the same roof. He had people coming in and out of the home all hours of the day, all hours of the night to buy his drugs. My parents actually got separated at this time, which was hard to handle.
I wasn't laughing at Amber's sad story. I was laughing at some of the comments. It's not that I wasn't paying. I didn't completely tune out of what Amber was saying and just start reading the comments and enjoying you guys. That's not at all what was going on.
I guess it was best for them, but it was so hard. One day I was actually texting a friend and I told her that I wanted to die and I didn't want to be alive anymore. Her mom found the text message and her mom brought the text to my school.
Thanks, Molly.
And I ended up being put in a mental hospital.
Right, this story. I love this. You know what I love about this story is, like, it reminds me of a little anecdote that I've told you about Joan before from about a year ago. It's like these narkies, they like to create all this drama, but sometimes it backfires on them when people actually take them seriously because they're not expecting that, and then it backfires on them. Like, one time Joan said she was having chest pains, so we called 911, and she got all kinds of love and attention from the paramedics, and then she was fine. And when they said, we're taking you in, she was like, no, wait a second. I'm not going to the hospital. They were like, no, you're 90 and you complained about chest pain. You're going in the hospital. And she was like, oh shit. It's the same thing. It's like Amber wanted sympathy from her friends, so she said, I'm going to kill myself. And then the friends showed the parents, and the parents got everybody involved. I love it.
I was in the mental hospital for about 6 days, and obviously they diagnosed me with depression. Which
Obviously.
I already knew. I was diagnosed with depression since the age of 10.
Obviously, she knew.
And I was taking antidepressants for I don't even know how long. I was diagnosed with depression at the age of 9. We
9.
went to court and we had a 6-month trial to live with them. And
Do kids in foster care in the U.S. generally get this kind of great mental health help? Like, she's saying she was either 9 or 10 when she was formally diagnosed with depression, which means that she was in foster care and she was seeing a therapist ongoingly, right? In order for them to be able to discern that kind of diagnosis. From what I've heard about foster care in the States, I've never heard that it was that comprehensive, but maybe I'm wrong. It just seems a little weird. But I don't know anything about American
trial
stuff.
turned into 2 years. But it was a failed trial. The whole time my family was just getting worse and worse. I got my nose pierced when I was 12. So as everything
I thought it was
worse
9.
and worse within my life, my parents started taking more drugs.
If she got her nose pierced when she was 12, she would have also been in foster care then, but didn't her dad take her to get her? Did her parents just get to come and take her out of foster care to go hang out with her all the time? That doesn't seem normal either. Thank you, Ella. Ella sent us another little juicy clip. Ella says, this isn't a new clip. Oh, this is a new clip that I hadn't seen. Not really bashing, but it was new. Okay, guys, this is a clip that was new to Ella. Are you kidding me? How could you have missed this? I'm going over to this one because, oh, shoot. I can't with the quiet baby voice anymore. She's so boring. Shh. It's a minute or two. Oh, that's okay, because look, it's 20 to 7. We got to leave soon anyway. So we're going to switch over to this little clippy here. Because that other one, I can't listen to that damn baby voice and listen to her sad-ass story. Alex says, everyone, look how cute Rio is. Rio, people are requesting your cuteness. You're not quite cute enough today. Look at him, look at him face. All right, so this is called Getting Deep. Charla talks. Those of you unfamiliar, this other girl in the frame is Amber's former friend named Charla, who I think she says she still talks to, but who knows? I know. She's crazy, isn't she? All right. I'll go back 5 seconds because I probably need to. All right, let's see what this one has to say.
Okay, so AMBERLYNN, how do you feel towards your mom and dad for choosing the lifestyle that they had over their own children?
Okay, just a real quick sentence. What she means by that is my parents literally chose drugs and that lifestyle over 3 brothers. And how do I feel about that?
Okay, that sounds like bashing to me. That is definitely bashing. Because I don't think they made an active choice. They were drug addicts.
Like I'm shit. Honestly, that's really, the tears are gonna come. I honestly feel like that's really the thing, that they don't love me enough to choose me over that.
No, they were drug addicts.
Because I have known several people in my life who
drugs chose them.
Drug addiction, had kids, and then chose their children. Their children made them better. But I feel like I just made my parents worse. I knew this was gonna happen. And really, I just feel unwanted, I wasn't loved enough, and sometimes I question why they put me on this earth, me and my 3 brothers, if they were just gonna throw us away. Honestly.
I don't think that was their intention, Amber. Nobody intends to become a drug addict and not care about their kids. Come on. Yeah, Alex, that's interesting too. Lovely how an addict is bashing addicts. At least one of them is getting better. Really, that's an interesting point. Yes, so dramatic, and of course, using it all for sympathy for herself again, as always.
Well, I feel like that if
And honestly, if that's how you're dealing with your parents' addictions, maybe go to therapy and talk about it in therapy.
a parent or parents can give their child up for drugs because of being selfish and not wanting to choose their lifestyles, or drop them off at their, say grandmother.
Good point, Ella. Ella says, and now Mama Lynn has been sober for what, 10 years almost? And Amber's still crying online, talking about having a hard time. I threw that in. And ordering takeout several times a day and not going to therapy. Crazy.
Their own grandfathers and just decide not to ever come back and get them anymore, or because they just want to enjoy their life. I feel like that they should have to suffer consequences later on throughout life, because that is your child, that's your flesh and blood.
Exactly.
And I honestly just, no words can describe how people feel towards people that has done that to their children. And it's hard.
Yeah, some people think
I
it's
can't put
unforgivable.
myself in your shoes. I can't. And I'm not even going to try, because that's not for me to be able to say, I know how you feel. Because in turns I don't. But, people has to understand that
This
not
isn't,
everybody's the same. And they have to be there for you. And like you had said earlier, destiny accepts you for that. Your friends accept you for that.
Oh,
And
you know what? That's,
regardless if
you know that famous gif of her clapping and jumping in front of the tree when they were surprising Destiny's mom? That's the Christmas. That's the tree. One where she's jumping and clapping. That's the tree.
if your mom and dad are there for you, I'm here for you, Destiny's there for you, everybody is. So, are there times
That meant nothing to her. Did you see her facial reaction? It was really weird. Her face looked empty. I don't know how to describe it. Her friend is telling her, I'm there for you, your girlfriend, we're all here for you. It's a heartfelt reaching out of support. And her face just looked empty. Look at her empty face when Charlotte's talking. It's really weird.
not everybody's the same, and they have to be there for you. And like you had said earlier, destiny accepts you for that. Your friends accept you for that. And regardless if your mom and dad are
Right.
there for you,
Right.
I'm here for you.
Right.
Destiny's there for you.
Thank you.
So,
Yep.
are there times that
Yep. Right. Right. Crazy. Anyway, I've had enough of her, you guys. I can't. I've had enough AMBERLYNN Reid for the day. I can't do any more. I'm done. I'm all tapped out of Big Al. Hey, you know what? We watched Unfrosted the other night, and nobody watched it except I think Callie and I. And it was so damn... No, Callie wasn't. Callie fell... I don't know. Lainey fell asleep, and Callie wasn't there. Who watched it? Kai, was it you? I don't know. No, it wasn't Kai. Somebody watched it with me. Just, it was two of us. We watched... It was so good. So go watch Unfrosted by Jerry Seinfeld about the Pop-Tart wars in the 50s or 60s. It was so good. Val, you gotta watch it. It was really good. You would love it. The sets are beautiful. Anyway, I've had enough. It's JoJo Siwa time in 10 minutes. So, you got time to hang up, go for a pee, get a drink and a snack. And it's only like 16 minutes long or so, but it's the first premiere ever on TNA2. So, Cameron was there. Cam, it was me and Cam. That's it. I'm sorry, Cam, I forgot. It's the maple syrup. And also, I'm an ancient crone, so things fall right out of my brain. Because I'm so old. Justice for Cameron. Listen, Cam is there with me most nights, all right? And Kai isn't even in the right damn time zone. So there you go. I'm going to go. I got to eat something. I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat. So I'll figure it out. I think I have some fancy Wagyu beef burgers in the fridge. I might have one of those. And I'm going to go over to TNA for our very first premiere over there. You know, it's a premiere, so there's no camera. I like a premiere. You know, you can throw the bra on the couch, put the feet up, pick your nose. It's great. Thank you all for joining me today for our little hump day silliness and our look at Amberlynn Reid's latest upload. Get over to TNA too, and let's go look at this JoJo Siwa video. I had to listen. It's hard to listen to that girl. I watched a lot of hours of JoJo Siwa, so I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you all for joining me and Rio. And until we meet again in 10 minutes, be kind for 10 minutes. That's not that hard. And hasta luego.